That's what we want. All right, how's it going, everybody? Sorry about that. We're gonna give it a minute here. Let everybody join in. I'm just getting this set up over here. So in case there's any comments, I'll be able to see them. All right, we'll give it a minute here. Sunday night, back at it. Got some news as far as our play at home trivia nights coming up here in a minute. But again, I'll wait till we get some people watching along before we get into the game. And we'll get rolling here with the rules presentation in a minute. And let's get started. I'm going to run through the rules real quick. Then we're going to do our All Canada Trivia Night. We were supposed to do this Thursday night, but then I had the technical difficulties. Didn't have internet all day Wednesday, and that kind of put me behind the 8 ball, so we had to skip our 2 normal nights. So we're going to do our All Canada Trivia tonight. Let me get the slideshow going. Okay, that's what we want. All right, here's how we play the game. Most of you probably know this already. We're going to play 5 rounds of pub style trivia. First round is a picture round followed by 3 specific categories, and we'll end with a round of general trivia. All of our rounds tonight have a Canadian theme to them. Each round is made up of 5 questions worth 1 point and a bonus question that is worth 2 points. That bonus question tends to be a little bit harder. That's why it's worth twice as many points. I'm going to read you the questions. They're going to pop up on your screen with a picture clue, all that fun stuff. You're going to write down your answers on your score sheets at home. Please do not put any answers in the comment section. You can use the score sheet that I have put in the comment section, and that is pinned to the top of our Facebook page, a Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page, or you can just use a piece of scratch paper you've got lying around the house. Just make enough room for 30 answers, and keep your answers grouped together by round. So I'm going to read you the questions, repeat the questions immediately after. So I'll do the round, go through the round quickly twice. Then I'll give you a moment to finalize your answers before I reveal the correct ones to you. You are then going to score your own score sheets at home. So we're playing on the honor system. Please no changing answers, cheating, looking up answers, anything like that. At the end of our final round, you are going to add up your scores, take a picture of your score sheet with your final score on it, and send a picture to me via Facebook Messenger, and we'll find out who our big winner is tonight. As always, you're allowed to double your score for 1 of the 5 rounds tonight, and you do that simply by putting a big circle around your answers for the round you want to double before I reveal the correct answers. So in that little bit of time you have in between when I read the questions and reveal the answers, circle your round, and then you'll get double points for that particular round. You get to do that 1 out of the 5 times tonight. So please do that before you hear the answers for the round you want to double. So basically our 3 big infractions tonight are putting answers in the answer comments, cheating, of course, and doubling your score. But after you've heard the answers, please do it before you hear the round. Don't wait to the end of the night and just pick your best round for that option. Here are our categories for Sunday night. We're doing our All Canada Trivia. We were supposed to do this on Thursday night, but technical difficulties, no internet prevented that from happening. So we're going to do it tonight. Born in Canada is our picture round. I'm going to show you pictures of celebrities born in Canada. You just have to identify who they are in the picture. Canadian music, pretty simple. Talk about music from Canadians. NHL Trivia is round number 3. Do some hockey questions. You can't have a Canada night without some hockey. Canadian TV and movies. Those would be all about movies and TV shows, either starring Canadians, filmed in Canada, about Canada, anything of that nature. And then our general Canada trivia to end the evening. Those are our categories for tonight. And as you see on the bottom, that's the Venmo, PayPal information if you want to send a tip. Also, my author page at thehockeywriters.com if you want to click away and read up on all things hockey, history, Blackhawks, AHL, prospects. It's all right there for you. All right, so we'll get started with our Canada night. This is going to be our last play-at-home trivia night for a little while. I got some news. We're going to be returning to the in-person games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays this week. So I'm going to put it on hiatus till we figure out a good night to. We'll get back to doing our theme nights once a week. I just have to figure out what a good night is. So tonight is our last play-at-home trivia night for just a short while. So let's get to it. I don't know how many of you guys are out there with the last couple nights having to get canceled and football being played. Looks like a short room tonight. So let's just get right to it. Born in Canada is our picture round. Let's look at some famous Canadians. Just identify who's in the picture. They are bonded by the fact that they were all born in Canada. So we will be back this week, Tuesday night, Firewater Saloon in Edison Park. Wednesday night, Firewater Saloon in Mount Greenwood on the south side. 7 o'clock starts. I would advise either make a reservation or get there early. It's limited capacity. Tables will be social distance. Wear your masks. It will be just like we were doing it before. We got shut down in October. Here's Canadian number 2. Canadian number 2 for you. Canadian number 2. So yeah, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, my Firewater regulars. We're getting back at it this week. So keep your eyes peeled to the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page. That's where you'll get your categories, your free questions of the week. We're not going to do a player's choice round for the first week or so, but we'll probably get back into that. So that's good news. That's good news. I look forward to seeing some of you guys again. Well, all of you guys, but those of you who play in person. Number 3, Canadian number 3. Oof, 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 oof. Awful, awful, awful. What's this guy's name? Born in Canada, number 3. So maybe looking for a new night for my play-at-home nights. We were keeping our Thursday night themes, but I might be picking up a new Thursday night in-person location. Now that indoor stuff is being allowed to happen, I'll know more. Hopefully in the next week or so. So if you know somebody or you are in the northwest suburbs, preferably or specifically the Palatine area, Trivia Nights with Greg could be coming your way on Thursday nights here in the next couple of weeks. So once I get that finalized, then I'll decide if we're going to do the play-at-home night. It would probably be Sunday nights. Here's Canadian number 4. Here's our singing Canadian. So yeah, if we're going to do a play-at-home theme night, we may move it to Sunday nights. But if that's the case, obviously I'm going to take this upcoming week off to get everything ready and going. The following Sunday is the Super Bowl. I am not going to put trivia night up against the Super Bowl. That'd be a waste of everybody's time. Putting it up against the AFC title game doesn't look to be a smart move either. Here's Canadian number 5, Smiley. We want to know the name of the guy with the microphone and that lovely 70s suit. Love your suit. That's the guy we're looking for. No, we don't really care about anybody else in the picture. So yeah, I'll keep you guys all updated. Make sure you hit the Facebook page to know what's up with all things trivia related. Basically, Tuesday, Wednesdays, you'll get your clues and your categories, and then I'll keep you updated on a possible third location on Thursdays and our new night for play at home nights. Bonus question for Born in Canada. Scott Abbott and Chris Haney were both born in Canada. For 2 points, what popular board game did this duo invent? Bonus question. Scott Abbott, Chris Haney, they're from Canada. They invented a very popular board game. If you know which one it is, you're going to get 2 bonus points here. Scott Abbott and Chris Haney were both born in Canada. For 2 points, what popular board game did this duo invent? All right, let's repeat these picture clues for you in case you need to see one again. There's Canadian number 1. Canadian number 2. And Canadian number 3. Canadian 4. And number 5. And on the bonus question, Scott Abbott and Chris Haney were both born in Canada. For 2 points, what popular board game did this duo invent? All right, I'm going to give you guys a moment here to finalize those answers for our picture round. If you think you did good, if you think you know all those celebrities, you got the bonus question, you want to double your score, go ahead and put a circle around your answers. If not, you still have 4 more rounds to choose from. Canadian music, NHL, Canadian TV and movies, and our general Canada trivia. Though I would not, spoiler alert, I would not save that double option for the general Canada round. It's a tough round. I'm not going to lie to you. And there's no multiple choice or true false questions for that round either. All right. Let's do our answers. Round number 1, born in Canada, picture round. Who are these hosers? Number 1, that is Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling. Been in a bunch of stuff. We know him. Number 2, Alyssa Cuthbert. Alyssa Cuthbert, married to Dion Phaneuf of hockey fame. At least I think they're still married. Nice work, Dion. That's the best goal you've ever scored, my friend. Canadian number 3 played the worst Star Wars character of all time. Hayden Christensen, or maybe not the worst, but the worst human form Star Wars character, Hayden Christensen. Just awful overacting. Yeah, those prequels are terrible, but Hayden Christensen is his name. Number 4. Oh, this guy is counting his Christmas music money to this very day. Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé is who that is. Yeah, I didn't even know he did non-Christmas music until a few weeks ago. I thought he was just a Christmas music guy, but apparently he does other stuff. He does Frank Sinatra covers. Yeah, what a life. Christmas songs and Frank Sinatra covers. Good for him. Canadian number 5, one of my favorite game shows of all time. Let's Make a Deal. Monty Hall, the host. He was born in Canada. On the bonus question, Scott Abbott, Chris Haney were both born in Canada for 2 points. What popular board game did this duo invent? Tried to help you out there with that picture clue, the pie, missing a piece. That should have helped you come up with Trivial Pursuit. I mean, you're playing a trivia night game online. You should know Trivial Pursuit. It's actually a fun story about how they invented this game. They went to play Scrabble, and Scrabble was missing some pieces, so they kind of came up with the concept of the trivia game on the fly, and then 2 years later, they sold it, and they've been making a bunch of money ever since. So, good stuff. Thank you for those guys. All right, that's round 1. Let's move right to round number 2, Canadian music. Yes, Canada has had some very good music over the years come out of their country. We're going to talk about some of it right now, starting with question number 1. What fellow Canadian is Alanis Morissette's hit You Want to Know allegedly about? What fellow Canadian is Alanis Morissette's hit song You Want to Know allegedly about? Some guy that's got a pretty clean-cut image was rather naughty in a movie theater, according to urban legend. I don't know if it's true. It's true that she dated this guy before she wrote that song, but it is unconfirmed, I believe, if the stuff from that song was actually about him. But it'd be really cool if it was. Yes, I had the strangest urge to go see a movie with Alanis Morissette for the longest time. Number 2, what Canadian band had a hit in 1993 with Was it the Crash Test Dummies, the Bare Naked Ladies, or the Tragically Hip? They called this the Campbell Soup song. The guy with the very deep voice. What Canadian band had a hit in 1993 with Was that Crash Test Dummies, Bare Naked Ladies, or the Tragically Hip? Number 3, true or false? The band Steppenwolf, famous for their hit Born to Be Wild, was formed in Toronto. True or false? The band Steppenwolf, famous for their hit Born to Be Wild. We all know that song. They were formed in Toronto. Is that true or false? Question number 4. Which one of these movies does not feature a song by Celine Dion? Beauty and the Beast, Deadpool 2, or Frozen? Which one of these movies does not feature a song by Celine Dion? Beauty and the Beast, Deadpool 2, or Frozen? Speaking of things not featured by Celine Dion, cheeseburgers. She needs to eat cheeseburgers. That's too skinny. Too skinny. She looks ill. She doesn't look healthy. get this woman a double cheeseburger and a chocolate shake. Hang out with me for a couple of weeks. We'll get some meat on your bones. Question number 5. What Canadian rock band sang about an American woman back in 1970? Excuse me. What Canadian rock band sang about an American woman in 1970? And the bonus question for 2 points. What Canadian musician is also a minority owner of Lionel Trains? What Canadian musician is also a minority owner of Lionel Trains, the model train set company? What Canadian musician loves his model trains so much he became part owner of Lionel Trains? All right, let's repeat these questions for you real quick. Canadian music, round number 2. What fellow Canadian is Alanis Morissette's hit You Ought to Know allegedly about? What fellow Canadian is Alanis Morissette's You Ought to Know allegedly about? Question number 2. What Canadian band had the 1993 hit song Was that the Crash Test Dummies, the Bare Naked Ladies, or the Tragically Hip? Which one of those bands did the Campbell Soup song? Number 3, true or false, the band Steppenwolf, famous for their hit Born to Be Wild, was formed in Toronto. Number 3, which one of these movies does not feature a song by Celine Dion? Beauty and the Beast, Deadpool 2, or Frozen? Number 5, what Canadian rock band sang about an American woman in 1970s? And the bonus one more time for 2 points. What Canadian musician is also a minority owner of Lionel Trains? All right, I'm going to give you guys a moment to finish that up. There's your little reminder. Once again, finally going to be able to get back with indoor dining restrictions and alcohol service restrictions being eased up in Chicago and the surrounding areas. I can get back to hosting Tuesday nights at the Firewater Saloon in Edison Park and Wednesday nights down on the south side in Mount Greenwood. We're going to start that up again this week in just a couple of days. 7 o'clock starts both places. I do recommend either calling ahead to reserve a table or getting there relatively early, at least 15, 20 minutes before start time, just to ensure you get a table as capacity levels are restricted, so we cannot have as many people as we would like in there. So to ensure you get your spot, I would either call ahead for a reservation or make sure you get there early enough. The tables are all separated for social distance purposes, and masks are required as well. So it is safe. We did it for a few months, starting in July all the way to like Halloween. We were able to do it. So it'll be the same setup as before. So come on out, play some trivia in person this Tuesday night and Wednesday night, and stay tuned for you guys in the northwest suburbs Could be coming out to Palatine area on Thursday nights, but as they say, negotiations are still underway. Hopefully, I got some good news on that front in the next few days. All right, our answers. Canadian music. Number one, what fellow Canadian is Alanis Morissette's hit You Ought to Know allegedly about? Dave Coulier of Full House fame, Uncle Joey. Right? Wasn't he Uncle Joey? He might have been a naughty boy in a movie theater with Alanis Morissette, allegedly. They did date before she became famous, but it is, I don't know if that's actually about him or not. It'd be cool if it was. A little dark side to Uncle Joey. Question 2, what Canadian band had to hit in 1993? That was the Crash Test Dummies. One-hit wonders, Crash Hit Test Dummies. Question 3, true or false, the band Steppenwolf, famous for their hit Born to Be Wild, was formed in Toronto. That is true, though not all their members were born in Canada. They became a thing in Toronto. Number 4, which one of these movies does not have a song by Celine Dion in it? That'd be Frozen. Frozen does not have a Celine Dion song in it. Number 5, what Canadian rock band sang about an American woman in the 1970? That'd be the Guess Who. The Guess Who did the original American Woman. Lenny Kravitz had a hit with covering that for one of the Austin Powers movies, I believe, years later. Bonus question for 2 points. What Canadian musician is also a minority of Lionel Trains? That would be one of my favorite musicians of all time, the great Neil Young. Neil Young is a minority owner of Lionel Trains. At least he was for a long time. He might not be anymore, but I think he is. I think he had a 20% stake in that company. All right, so that wraps up Canadian music. We're going to go right into round number 3, something I'm a bit of an expert in, or at least I like to think I'm a bit of an expert. Hockey, NHL Trivia for. So we're going to find out who's been reading those daily Today in Hockey history posts. You may be surprised how much you know if you've been reading those every day. I'm almost to doing that for the entire year. March 21st is when I started that. So I'm looking forward to not having to do that every day as opposed to just updating the ones I've already written. It's going to free up a lot of time. All right, NHL Trivia. Question number 1. When Wayne Gretzky set the record for the most points in a career, whose record of 1,850 points did he break? When Wayne Gretzky set the record for the most points in a career, whose record of 1,850 points did he break? Who is the NHL's all-time leading scorer before Wayne Gretzky didn't just break the record, he crapped all over it? One of the most amazing stats of Wayne Gretzky's career. 2 of them that stand out. When he retired, he held 23 National Hockey League records. It's been 22 years since he retired. He still holds 22 of those records. So only one of his records have been broken since he retired. Many of them never will be, including this one. He retired his career with more assists than the man who held the previous all-time scoring record had points. So by the time he finished his career, he had more assists than the second all-time leading scorer had total points. Just amazing stuff. I can talk about Gretzky all night long, but we're going to go to number 2. When the NHL expanded from 6 to 12 teams in 1967, which one of these teams was not one of these 6 expansion franchises? Was it the California Seals, the Philadelphia Flyers, or the Buffalo Sabres? When the NHL expanded from 6 to 12 teams in 1967, which one of these was not part of that expansion? Which one of these teams did not joined the league in 1967? The California Seals, the Philadelphia Flyers, or the Buffalo Sabres? Number 3. True or false, the Norris Trophy is given out every season to the best goaltender in the NHL. True or false, the Norris Trophy is given out to the best goaltender in the NHL every season. Number 4. Since 1970, that year is popular tonight apparently, which is the only team to make 5 straight Stanley Cup finals? Was it the New York Islanders, the Edmonton Oilers, or the Pittsburgh Penguins? Since 1970, only one team has made it to the Stanley Cup final in 5 consecutive seasons. Which team was it? The New York Islanders, the Edmonton Oilers, or the Pittsburgh Penguins? Number 5. Before the Devils moved to New Jersey in 1982, they were based out west and had the same name as a current Major League Baseball franchise. What was it? Before the Devils moved to New Jersey in 1982, they were based out west and had the same name as a current MLB franchise. What was it? Excuse me. And the bonus question for the NHL round, the Chicago Blackhawks have retired the number 3 for a pair of all-time great defensemen. For 2 points, name them both. The Blackhawks have retired the number 3 to honor 2 separate players, both playing defense. For 2 points, name both of those players. Who is the number 3 retired for by the Blackhawks? All right, let's repeat our NHL questions for you. Number 1, when Wayne Gretzky set the record for the most points in a career, whose record of 1,850 points did he break? Who is still the second leading scorer in NHL history? Number 2, when the NHL expanded from 6 to 12 teams in 1967, which of these was not part of that group? Was it the California Seals, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Buffalo Sabres? 2 of those teams joined the league in 1967. One of them didn't. Which one did not? Number 3, true or false, the Norris Trophy is given out every season to the best goaltender in the NHL. Is that true or is that not true? 4, since 1970, which is the only team to make it to the Stanley Cup final in 5 straight seasons? The New York Islanders, the Edmonton Oilers, or the Pittsburgh Penguins? Number 5, before the Devils moved to New Jersey, they were based out west and had the same name as what current MLB team? And the bonus, the Blackhawks. They've retired in the number 3 to honor a pair of all-time great defensemen. For 2 points, name them both. Who's the number 3 retired for when it comes to the Blackhawks? All righty. Give you guys a moment to finalize those answers. And if here's the information, if you're looking for somebody to host a private party or a corporate event or a fundraiser in the near future, that's more geared towards when we're able to get back in larger groups. So hopefully come summertime, you can have more fun events like that. If you're looking for a trivia night, send an email to gjb1979@gmail.com. We can do some business. I can create your own custom game. You can host at your own, or I can jump in on your video conference call and do a virtual trivia night, which I am doing for somebody's 40th birthday this Saturday night. That will be fun. Get together with your friends on Zoom, and I'll come and host a custom-made trivia night for you. Email for details. Also, since we're doing a hockey round, this is the perfect time to once again promote thehockeywriters.com. That's where you can find all my hockey coverage. If you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you'll get all the links. I do the daily Today in Hockey History post. Also cover the Blackhawks tomorrow night. A new episode of Blackhawks Banter premieres at 7 p.m. On Facebook and YouTube. And I also do the Blackhawks coverage. AHL coverage is going to start up real soon again. I also do some prospect news and rumors posts as well. So check it out over there at the Hockey Writers for you hockey fans. And again, make sure you like the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page. That is going to be a very busy page here in the next couple of days. Let's do our answers. NHL Trivia. Number 1, when Wayne Gretzky broke the all-time record for the most points in a career. Whose record did he break? The great Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe. We want to talk about amazing careers. Gordie Howe's final season in the NHL, he was 52 years old when he retired and still scored a playoff goal in that final season. Unbelievable. Number 2, when the NHL expanded from 6 to 12 teams in 1967, which one of these teams was not part of that group? That was the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres joined the league in 1970. Of course, the Flyers are still in the league. The California Seals, they came in with the Kings. That was part of the agreement. They needed 2 California teams. The Kings were in LA, and the Seals were up in the Bay Area, Oakland, San Francisco, but they folded after just a couple of seasons. But they got a pretty good had a good run. They got the Sharks up in that area now. Number 3, true or false, the Norris Trophy is given out to the best goaltender in the NHL. That is false. That is false. The Norris Trophy is given out to the best defenseman in the league every season. The goaltender gets the Vezina Trophy. So Norris Trophy is for defensemen. Number 4, since 1970, which is the only team to make the Stanley Cup final in 5 straight seasons, that'd be the New York Islanders. They won 4 straight Stanley Cups between 1980 and 1983, and then they made the Cup final a 5th time in a row in 1984, but lost to the Oilers, who went on to win 5 of the next 7 Stanley Cup finals, but they never played in 5 in a row. They played in 4 in a row, but the 2 years they didn't win, they didn't make it to the final. So the Islanders is who we're looking for. Number 5, before the Devils moved to New Jersey in 1982, they were based out west and had the same exact name as the Colorado Rockies. That's what they were known as for a handful of seasons out in Denver. They started as the Kansas City Scouts. That only lasted for 2 seasons. They went to the Colorado for became the Rockies for I think 5 or 6 seasons, and they've been the Devils ever since 1982. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. There is a preview for the Coming to America sequel on my TV. This is a thing. Number 5. Or I'm sorry, the bonus question. Amazon original movie Coming to America 2. Cool. Bonus question. Chicago Blackhawks retired to number 3 for a pair of all-time great defensemen. We're talking about Pierre Pilote and Keith Magnuson. Pierre Pilote, Keith Magnuson, both honored number 3. The Blackhawks are gonna have to do the same exact thing for the number 7 in the near future. They're gonna have to retire that number for both Chris Chelios and Brent Seabrook. That's probably will happen soon. Brent Seabrook has to officially retire, even though I think he is pretty much retired at this point. All right, that's enough hockey for one night. No such thing in my world, but I'm sure some of you guys are sick of talking about hockey. So we're talking about Canadian TV and movies. This is around all about either actors, movies, TV shows, either from Canada or about Canada. You get the drift. Let's do it. Number 1, Canadian TV and movies. The Toronto-based 2010 movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World starred what actor who made a name for himself on Arrested Development? We got a little TV and movies in the first question. The Toronto-based 2010 movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World starred what actor who made a name for himself on Arrested Development? Number 2, which one of these actors was never a cast member of SCTV? Was it Rick Moranis, Dan Aykroyd, or Harold Ramis? Which one of these actors was never a cast member of the sketch comedy show SCTV, City Slickers Television? Was that Rick Moranis, Dan Aykroyd, or Harold Ramis? Yeah, I understand. I see. I know I have Aykroyd's name spelled wrong there. There's no C there. Sorry. All the stuff going on this week. There's going to be a typo. Number 3. True or false? James Cameron was the first Canadian to win a Best Director Oscar. True or false? James Cameron was the first Canadian to win a Best Director Oscar. Number 4 is the name of the bar that mysteriously keeps burning down in Letterkenny. Is it Bodine's, Kebmo's, or Modine's? What is the name of the bar that keeps mysteriously burning down in the terrific show Letterkenny? Is it Bodine's, Kebmo's, or Modine's? Number 5, Will Arnett provides the voice of the lead character for what original animated series? Will Arnett provides the voice of the lead character for what Netflix original animated series? And the bonus question for 2 points. What is the name of the movie by the Canadian duo Terrence and Phillip that causes all the trouble in 1999's South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut? What is the name of the movie within the movie by Canadian duo Terrence and Phillip that causes all the trouble in 1999's South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut? Looking for the name of the Terrence and Phillip movie inside the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, that causes quite the commotion. Let's repeat our Canadian TV and movie round for you. Number one, Toronto-based 2010 movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World starred what actor who made a name for himself on Arrested Development? Number two, which one of these actors was never a cast member of SCTV, Moranis, Aykroyd, or Ramis? Number three, true or false, James Cameron was the first Canadian to win a Best Director Oscar. Number four, what is the name of the bar that keeps burning down in Letterkenny? Bodine's, Kebmo's, or Modine's? Number five, Will Arnett provides the voice of the lead character for what Netflix original animated series? And finally, the bonus question one more time for 2 points. What was the name of the movie by the Canadian duo Terrence and Phillip that causes all the trouble in 1999's South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut? And that movie was in 1999. That's crazy. I haven't seen that in a while. I'm gonna have to dust off my copy of that on DVD, wherever that may be. Watch that again. That's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna give you a moment. There's once again is our reminder. The in-person games are starting up again this week. This Tuesday night, Edison Park. Wednesday night, Mount Greenwood Firewater Saloon. Looking forward to that. We'll have some fun this week. Tuesday night, the snow will be gone by then. I know we're expecting a lot of snow, allegedly, tomorrow, but they say that's going to be done and out of here by the late morning Tuesday. So there'll be plenty of time for things to get cleared out and not be so messy. So come out and play some trivia. Survive the snow, play some trivia. It's just a little bit of snow, folks. It ain't going to kill anybody. All right, here's our TV and movie round answers. Number one, the Toronto-based 2010 movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World starred what actor who made a name for himself on Arrested Development? We're talking about Michael Cera. Michael Cera is who we're looking for. Which one of these actors was never a cast member of Canada's version of Saturday Night Live, SCTV? Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd, without the C. I know it's misspelled, but I was literally putting this together at like 6:30 tonight, so you get what you get. James Cameron, first Canadian to win Best Director Oscar. That's true. In fact, he's still the only Canadian to win that award, so good for him. Number four, what is the name of the bar that keeps mysteriously burning down in Letterkenny by Gale? Modine's. We're up to our third one, though I haven't finished the latest season, so it could be more. Number five, Will Arnett provides the voice of the lead character for what Netflix original animated series? BoJack Horseman is the name of that show. I hear good things about that. I've never actually seen it, though. BoJack Horseman. And the bonus question for 2 points. What is the name of the movie by the Canadian duo Terrence and Phillip that causes all the trouble in 1999's South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut? The movie inside the movie was called Asses of Fire. Terrence and Phillip, Asses on Fire, featuring the legendary Uncle Lover song. Yeah, and actually, believe it or not, the song Blame Canada from this movie was nominated for an Oscar. Robin Williams sang it at the Oscar Awards ceremony that year. Pretty good stuff. Who would have thought South Park would have gotten nominated for an Oscar, but it happened. All right, we're on to our final round of the night. General Canada Trivia. This is where we're going to separate the contenders from the pretenders. This is a tough round, not going to lie to you. You really have to know your Canada stuff to get a good score this round, or be a really good guesser. After this round, you are going to add up the scores from the previous rounds and put your final score on your score sheet. Send me your score sheets via a picture on Facebook Messenger. You know how that works. All 2 or 3 of you playing along tonight. All right, question number 1. Let's get through this round so we can get back to our football. At 244,000 kilometers, I'm talking Canada here, Canada has the world's largest what? At 244,000 kilometers, Canada has the world's largest what? Number 2, billed as the greatest outdoor show on earth, what annual rodeo is held every year in Alberta? Billed as the greatest outdoor show on earth, what annual rodeo is held every year in Alberta? Some of you old school wrestling territory fans might be familiar with this name too. Number 3, what was the first Canadian city? That's, yeah, again, typos, apologize. What was the first Canadian city to host the Olympics in 1976? What Canadian city was the first to host an Olympic Games in 1976? What Canadian city was the first to hold the Olympics in 1976? Question number 4. How many women have held the office of Prime Minister of Canada? How many women have held the office of the Prime Minister of Canada? Number 5, with only an average of 11 days of snow per year, what major city is the warmest in Canada? With just 11 days average of snow per year, what major city is the warmest in Canada? What major Canadian city is the warmest? And our bonus question, our final question of the night for 2 points. What professional wrestler who was born in Quebec had a run as the WWF's Intercontinental Champion during the 90s as the Mountie? For 2 points, what professional wrestler who was born in Quebec had a run as the WWF's Intercontinental Champion during the 90s as Mountie? Let's repeat these real quick. Number 1, at 244,000 kilometers, Canada has the world's largest what? It's not hockey rink. Number 2, billed as the greatest outdoor show on earth, what annual rodeo is held every year in Alberta? Number 3, what was the first Canadian city to host an Olympics in 1976? The first Canadian Olympic city back in 1976. Number 4, how many women have held the office of Prime Minister of Canada? And number 5, with only an average of 11 days of snow per year, what major city is the warmest in Canada? Now, and the bonus, last question for 2 points. What professional wrestler who was born in Quebec had a run as the WWF's Intercontinental Champion as the Mountie? Oops. There's supposed to be a slide in there somewhere, but apparently it's missing. So I'll give you guys a moment here before we go through our answers. Don't forget that you're going to be sending me your score sheets after this round. And we'll wrap it up again. This is going to be our final play at home night for a little while, a couple of weeks at least. We'll get back into it. We'll probably do Sunday nights as our theme night, unless my potential Thursday night falls through. Then we'll keep Thursday nights. Otherwise, we'll do Sunday night themes. We'll stick to the schedule when we get back to it. We'll do Seinfeld. We'll do Star Wars, Netflix. We'll bring back a Jeopardy night shortly after that. But we'll do Sunday night trivias. Those seem to work out well, especially football will be over. So, yes, if we do Sunday nights, it won't be this coming up week or the following week is the Super Bowl. I'm not doing a trivia night on Super Bowl, so it would be that second Sunday night of February. It could be the possible return of our play at home nights. Thank you guys who have been playing along, continually playing along. All right, so let's wrap this one up real quick here. Let's give you the answers. Number 1, at 244,000 kilometers, Canada has the world's largest. Well, now we're doing this again. All right, hold on. I knew there was. All right, here we go. Here come the answer slides. Put them in one too many times. Sorry about that. This one's all screwed up because, as I said, I was literally putting this together like 15 minutes before we went on the air. So much going on. All right, here we go. Canada has the world's largest coastline. Coastline at 244,000 kilometers. Just look at the map. There's a lot of coastline. Number 2, billed as the greatest show on earth. What annual rodeo is held every year in Alberta? That would be the Calgary Stampede. The Calgary Stampede. Don't forget, you might have heard that because there used to be Calgary Stampede Wrestling that the Hart family did back in the day. Number 3, what was the first Canadian city to host the Olympics in 1976? Montreal. Montreal did the Winter Olympics in 76. Number 4, how many women have held the office of Prime Minister of Canada? Just one. Kim Campbell served not a very long term. I don't know what the deal was, but June of 93 to just November of 93. I don't know if she was filling in for somebody or got kicked out, or I don't know. I didn't research it completely because I didn't care that much. But just one. Number 5, with only an average of 11 snow days per year, what major city is the warmest in Canada. The picture clue should have helped you. Vancouver, right there on the coast, just above Seattle. And the bonus question, final question of the night for 2 points. What professional wrestler was born in Quebec? Had a run as the Intercontinental Champion as the Mountie back in the 90s. That was Jacques Rougeau. Jacques Rougeau, part of the fabulous Rougeau brothers. Him and Raymond were a tag team in the 80s, and when that was done, he became the Mountie. Then he wrestled again under his name, different gimmicks, the French Canadians, the Quebecers, whatever. Yeah, so that's our final answer. That will wrap up the question and answer portions. So yeah, get back to full screen here, and let's have you guys send in those sheets. Not a lot of you out there, so this won't take long to figure out who our winner is. Looks like we might just have a 2 or 3 team race tonight. We'll announce our big winner anyway. So start sending me those on Facebook, and we'll get our big winner tonight before we go on hiatus. Not really a trivia hiatus, just an online hiatus. We'll get back to it in a couple of weeks. I'll keep you updated on the Facebook page and on Twitter as well. Team Rios, thank you as always. That's like your favorite score. That's like, I bet you that's like the score you hit most often. I think that's a third or fourth game in a row you've had that many points. You should play a lotto with that number. All right. I know we have a couple other people in here. Let's see if anybody else is going to send me their scores. All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. All right, Cassie, I've got your score. All right. And let's see here. Cassie, I have your score. Brenda, I have your score. All right, so let's put you guys on here real quick. Scores are kind of all over the board tonight, but that's all right. I appreciate you guys checking in. I assumed tonight was going to be a slow or a low turnout, with the football going on and with the last 2 nights having to be canceled for technical problems. I wasn't expecting a huge group, but I appreciate you guys who are here and playing. So here are our top 3 tonight. We have Brenda checking in on YouTube down in Texas. You finished with 14 points. Canada's not your thing, but you are the farthest away from Canada, all the way down there in Texas, so I don't blame you. Second went to Cassie with 28 points. Thank you for checking in. Hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday night. If not this coming Tuesday, and Tuesday nights in the future. I know Jen and Stacy are definitely looking forward to that. And that leaves Team Rios, 37 points, your favorite freaking score. 6 out of the last 9. You had 37, 3 in a row. 3 out of 4. 37. That's your new lucky number. Go buy some lottery tickets with that number in it. See what happens. And if you win, I would like a 37% cut of that, since I helped you establish your lucky number. All right, that wraps it up for tonight. Thank you guys for checking in. Be safe over the next day or two with all this snow we're allegedly getting. It's probably in years. We all know how it is. They predict, 2 feet and we get a dusting, or they predict dusting, we get 2 feet. So who knows what to expect. Just be safe, be smart. Hopefully we'll see you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday night. Keep your eyes peeled to the Facebook page for updates on all things trivia. And be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. We'll see you really soon in the near future. Thank you, everybody.